Hey everyone, welcome to God Speaks, and this is Proverbs Reboot. In this series, we're breaking down the timeless truths of Proverbs and rebooting them for your everyday life. God's wisdom still speaks powerfully today, and together we're going to unpack it, live it, and share it. Let's jump in.
Okay guys, we are finally in chapter 10, and just to give you a bit of a background, the reason why I do this the way I did it is because the first few times that I read Proverbs, there were a lot of nuggets that I just didn't understand, and so I actually decided to really deep dive into the word. Each verse is almost like its own sermon, guys. There's so much wisdom in this. Solomon had so much wisdom, and for those who don't know the background of Solomon, long story short, son of David, if I'm not mistaken, and God asked him, let him ask whatever it is that he wanted, and he asked for wisdom, and God granted him wisdom. Okay, so basically here, there's a contrast between the righteous and the wicked, as always. So good versus evil, diligence versus laziness, wise talk versus foolish talk. And it starts by saying, a wise man brings joy to his father, but a foolish son brings grief to his mother. So it affects the entire family, feels it, showing that with your actions, many people are going to feel those consequences. So no man is an island. You've heard that many times. Your actions, your decisions are always going to affect the next person. That's why even when you make good decisions and you choose to heal, you sharing your story can also heal another person. There's power in that, and just bear that in mind. Ill-gotten treasures have no lasting value, but but righteousness delivers from death. So don't try cut corners. Okay guys, that's very superficial. There's security in doing things the right way. You also have a very clear conscience, Chapter 4 says, lazy hands make for poverty, but diligent hands bring wealth. So be consistent, be quick to respond, and you'll have stability. Procrastination also falls under this. Verse 7, the name of the righteous is used in blessings, but the name of the wicked will rot. Here we're looking at reputation and legacy. So basically, your character lives in how people remember you. Okay, that's your legacy. That's what you leave. How you treated people, how you forgave people, how you loved them people. That's because I don't know if you see, we once did a poem called Ozymandias in high school. But long story short, there was this statue that had broken, right? And it was written long live the king, something like that. But basically it was trying to reiterate, guys, my background's a mess, that like this person was going to live forever, but centuries later no one knew who that person was, and that person died. So you hear a lot of people saying that life goes on with or without you. So people, with time, we can forget your voice, we can forget X, Y, and Z, but something that people don't forget is your legacy, and your legacy and reputation is in your character. Okay, so choose wisely. It then goes on to say in verse 9, whoever walks in integrity walks securely. So tell the truth, guys. That's the right thing to do. Always tell the truth. But whoever takes crooked paths will be found out. You always have to constantly look over your shoulder when you tell a lie, and to keep a lie you have to tell another one. Verse 11 says, the mouth of the righteous is a fountain of life, but the mouth of the wicked conceals violence. So the mouth of the righteous is sustaining, it's precious, it's refreshing in a dry land. So is your speech giving life, or is it tearing people down? Verse 12 says, hatred stirs up conflict, but love covers over all wrongs. So basically love de-escalates situations, de-escalates conflicts. So love prevents you from seeking out revenge. It prevents you from unforgiveness and holding a grudge. Hatred provokes. So choose forgiveness. That's the wise thing to do. Choose forgiveness. In essence, diligence pays off. Verse 17 says, whoever heeds discipline shows the way to life, but whoever ignores correction leads others astray. So when you accept correction, right, those who are following your example are also learning from that, right? You're always being watched, so they also benefit from your actions, people that are learning from you. So be teachable, because in your humility is maturity. Verse 19, I wish. Sin is not ended by multiplying of words, but the prudent hold their tongue. There is power in silence. You can check Psalm 141 verse 3 to back this up. I'm not going to go through it now. Verse 22 says, the blessing of the Lord brings wealth without painful toil for it. Very, very beautiful scripture. I do recommend you read it in different versions. So trust God's timing and his way, because in his purpose, in his plan, there's peace, there's no anxiety, there's security. I'll also say whatever you pray for that God is providing, also pray that you get to keep it, for longevity, so that it doesn't just come and go quickly. But guys, there's no quick fixes. Verse 24 says, what the wicked dread will overtake them, what the righteous desire will be granted. So your foundation matters. Invest in what lasts. Your character, invest in truth, invest in faith. Those things matter. Your relationships. Verse 21 says, the fear of the Lord adds length to life, but the years of the wicked are cut short. Cleverness outweighs character outweighs cleverness. So guys, in essence, wisdom is very practical and it's also moral. We are nearing the end. That verse 31 says, from the mouth of the righteous comes the fruit of wisdom, but a perverse tongue will be silence. Wise speech heeds good results. Evil speech self-destruct. So good words daily. Your decisions affect others, even in your words. You can either speak life into someone, including yourself. You can speak life or you can speak death. Choose life, guys. Choose life. And that brings us to the end. I hope I see you in chapter 11. It's been great.